Why do they feel hot? Because in actual sense, they're actually not hot. So why do they feel hot? Yep. So today we're going to learn that. There are a lot of things to learn. You will learn why does spicy food feel hot and a whole lot of things about spicy food. Why can't you handle spicy food? So many other questions in your mind. Some of you try to fit into meeting certain societal standards at the detriment of your own convenience, just because somebody told you you're weak for not being able to handle pepper. How true is that? Thank God that science, through science, it had made us understand some things. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, so why does spicy food feel hot? Why do you feel hot? Why does it feel burning? You feel this burning sensation when you take a food that is very spicy, even though the food is it's not hot. So it feels that way because that capsaicin inside your food or your meal goes to bind with this receptor on your tongue, all right, which is responsible for heat and pain sensation. It sends a message immediately to your brain, telling your brain, "Fire!" So then your brain then sends all sorts of reactions that you receive, the watery highs, everything, just to make sure you are okay, right? All right. This receptor, whenever anything has the entrance into it, its only message is to go to the brain and tell it there is heat, there is pain, and that's just it. And that is why when the capsaicin binds to that receptor, that is the same information it gives to your brain. So literally, it's more or less like it tricks your brain. Yeah. So that's it. That's the reason why you feel pepper as hot, even though it's actually not hot. So that's it. So and in a layman's language, so let's just describe it this way. It's just like saying, so there's a special door for the CEO to enter, and each time he's the only one that has that right to enter through that door. And there are grand reception and everything that has to take place. Once that door is open, it is automatic. So once, even if it is a fly that whatsoever, or somebody hacks that door and enters through it, there's an automatic system that has been designed that will normally give certain benefit or receive whoever enters through that door a reception. It's just like capsaicin stole a pathway and activated a process. It's not true, because the owner of that door is not the one that actually knocked on it. So that's just why pepper feels hot. All right. So another question we'll be answering is, what's the best way to handle pepper? Stop taking water. Yeah, water is not the best way to handle pepper, because the capsaicin that is responsible for that sensation does not dissolve in water. Is that understood? So literally, it's like water cannot remove it from your tongue or whichever way. Yeah, the best way to handle pepper is to take milk, because milk contains casein, and casein has the ability to, yeah, you said it. You said it. Sit down. So next time you take a peppery food and you want, make sure you have milk by your side. Yeah, that will give you a lot of things. Yeah, to help you out. Why are we having different sensitivity towards pepper? I mean, you and your friend, you went out to go and take a pepper soup. Maybe you have some Nigerian friend and all, especially from the Yoruba tribe. Respect it. They take pepper. Yoruba pepper. All right. So, and you accept the same quantity of food, or perhaps we advise you anyway. It's not like your Yoruba friend to cook for you. But if your Yoruba friend cooks for you and brings the food to you, and then you are eating the same food and she's eating it like nothing is happening, you've tried your best to comport yourself and to be the gentle lady that you're supposed to be, or the gentleman you're supposed to be. But lo and behold, there is this bunny that seems to not care about your environment, and lo and behold, you can no longer hold it. You just have to bust out. Yes, you did. You busted out, and you felt like, oh, I'm weak. See, everybody's eating it with pleasure. The fact that you can't undo pepper does not necessarily mean you're weak. No. I've not seen any scientific proof towards that. It's not weakness. It's not actually. There are factors that are responsible for this. Your genetic makeup, the receptor that is responsible for receiving this capsaicin, or this heat and pain receptor that capsaicin binds to. For some people, their receptor have the ability to withstand a larger amount of capsaicin before they have that spicy sensation. While for some, a little amount of it triggers that same sensation for them. So that's like your threshold is different from their threshold, and that's not a problem. It's just your genetic makeup, it's your genes, your body. So that's how you are. And for others, is their upbringing. You understand? Some have been exposed to pepper right from their childhood. Like I've been saying, like from people from some parts of the world, they've been exposed to pepper right from their childhood. But for you, you never even take pepper until you took your first pepper at 5 years. To improve your pepper tolerance is to increase the amount of pepper you take a little at a time. So when you increase it a bit, yeah, you feel the pepper sensation, but don't use too many at a time. Just a bit that you can stand. Then for a period of time, keep taking that quantity of pepper. Then you see your tongue will adapt, your receptor will adapt. Yes, it does adapt. So it adapts. Then when you see that you've adapted to that level of pepper or spiciness, then you can increase it a bit again at a time. Then when you've adapted, then over a period of time, you'll be surprised. You can handle the same pepper just as your friend. You're on the same level in binds to. It's like people that are more tolerant to pepper are likely to be tolerant to pain. I don't know how true that is. I don't know.